What's up? I'm John McKowiak. This is my Clemson vlog assignment for Lib 100. My student dialogue that I went to was people with disabilities, and it was pretty interesting. We watched a video in the class about a guy that had this disability where he really couldn't move, and no one had really survived up to his age with the disability, but because of the increase in technology these days, he was able to survive longer than anyone really ever had with his disability. And, you know, so he was experiencing some things that no one really had ever experienced before. Um, One of the things is, I think he was about 26, and his mom was still taking care of him, and his mom was the person, he pretty much was always with. Um, and he kind of got tired of it because you don't want your mom completely you don't want to be completely dependent on your mom, and I thought that was really interesting. And so what he did was he put an ad on Craigslist to find someone else that would take care of him, and uh, he did this and found someone, and so he lived a different lifestyle, and he got money from the government, which um, I think well, I don't even want to get into that, but he got money from the government and he paid for people, and then later he actually put another ad on Craigslist, and he found a girlfriend on Craigslist. And to me, this is a guy that really has like no limbs that really work. He can, if you put his hand on something, he can feel it, and that's about it. And he can, I think he can feel his face also. He's about 26, and he was actually had like a sex life, um, which is awkward, and but fascinating at the same time, that someone that has not experienced a whole lot, that most kids get to experience, like running around, playing outside, just doing everyday things, walking, you know, or experiencing what girls are like. He now had like a serious girlfriend, um, from an ad on Craigslist, and I thought that was just uh, not ridiculous, but just out of you know it was really good for him that he was able to do that. And just that's an extreme disability, um, and that was one that we talked about in the student dialogue. Um, Disabilities, then they asked about our personal disabilities, and I wrote down ADD and ADHD. I was diagnosed with that as like I think I was a sophomore in high school, and it runs in my family. But I never really it didn't it was obviously not as serious as his, and never really thought of it as such like a disability, or disorder. I just because probably half my friends had it also. Like, I think a lot of teenage boys do. um, just, they get into trouble. That's kind of what me and my friends just always would. And my dad had done like research projects, and one of the ones he had done was on um, ADD and ADHD, and he showed me the document and like some of the research they had done, and it showed about how kids with ADD and ADHD are more likely to get into trouble, more likely to uh, do at-risk behaviors, um, just kind of more curious, more likely to stand up to authority, um, and I thought that was really interesting that you know for me, I'd always looked at it as just something, that was, it wasn't a disorder, it was just a characteristic. And then I find that, genetically, chemically, I'm more likely to get into trouble and to do things that are, I guess, illegal, than most people. Um, and there's science that backs that up. And I don't think anyone makes says that, okay, well, now that you're more at risk, then it's okay to do like at risk things. But I just thought that was interesting, that my disorder um, was like that, and I think it's, disorders. You just have to recognize what they are, and make the best of them. And I think that's what that guy in the video was able to do. And for me and for people in the future, I guess that's what you have to do. You just have to look at the good parts of, every disorder and make the best of it. And you know, people are still people, and no matter what they have, or what they deal with, um, and um, I just, yeah, I guess that's it. That was 5 minutes, so I'm gonna stop this.